Yes, here we are. P.S. Happy early Thanksgiving, everybody. It's coming up this
Oh, it
week.
is coming up. Oh, that's
Yeah.
depressing for me. That
Is
means I have
it?
a 7-year-old.
Oh, it's true. Oh my God. Oh God. How did that happen already?
Oddities. Stay strange.
Ouch.
Ouch. Oh my God. I was gonna say it's
What?
depressing for me because we're hosting. I hope my ass is in gear and I'm ready to rumble.
Michael and I are not hosting this year.
I know. I was so thrilled that you made that call. So what are you gonna do?
We don't know.
My God. Well, obviously come to Pennsylvania.
I mean, I wouldn't be mad at doing that actually.
We'd love to have you. Um, oh, welcome back to Oddities. I'm Cassie.
I'm Kelly. Wow, we are 2 for 2 on that.
Holy hell. Welcome back to Strange Town. As per usual, kids, as you know, we have all of our information in the description, our social yoshel. We also have links to our Patreon if you'd like to support our show and get access to a bonus episode every week. You're more than welcome to do so, and we would love you forever. We also have links to our merch shop. The holidays are coming. We're running sales.
Get it while you can.
Get something for your favorite weirdo in your life or yourself. Because, like, I like to shop for myself when the specials are running. I gotta be
Same.
real. Um, also, we have a link, or we have our email in the description. We'd love to hear from you with topic suggestions, or if you have personal stories you'd like to share for Spookala Bookala listeners episode. Um, we also have a link to our website where you can find all this shit too. So, how's my bestie?
I'm good. I'm recording with you. Um, I did not say this on the Patreon. Last weekend we went to Oktoberfest,
Yes.
and that has to do with just like a family party or friend family party, whatever. And I met a lovely human being who immediately started
Wonderful.
following our podcast.
Oh my God, hi.
And it was
Welcome.
it was all because she was wearing this merch of a creator that I'm familiar with. And I had commented, I was like, "Oh my god, I love your merch."
Hell
And
yeah.
she's like, "Don't you love her?" And I said, "Yeah." And it was ironic because her she recently, when she released this, all of her stuff was going towards ovarian cancer.
Hmm.
And so then I shared about her boobies because of that.
Mm. Oh, I need to
And
check on our payout too from that merch.
and and she thought that was like phenomenal that we found a way to spin it because screw people. But
Fuck you, Thaddeus
she was so
1964.
sweet. I had the night, and like, I hope you're still listening. I hope we didn't scare you away.
Yeah.
But like, I enjoy talking to you so much. And thank you for immediately finding the podcast and following. Like, that was so kind.
Oh my
And then
God, be friends.
on top of it, the host, her daughter, who I've known now for, I don't want to talk about how long I've known her because she's now 24 turning 25 and that's unacceptable.
It
But
hurts. Yeah.
um she didn't realize I had a podcast and she got really upset that she didn't know that I had a podcast, by the way. Listen, I love this girl. And this is why I love this girl. The very first time I ever met her, I came to a church function with my ex-boyfriend.
Oh,
Okay? She pulls me aside and she's like, "Can I ask you something?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she's, "What's wrong with you?"
oh, what an opener. Oh my God, I love it.
She's the realest person ever. Love her.
Oh,
And to this day, she
fantastic.
knows that's why I love her. We just had this conversation. But, anyways, you know who you are, obviously. She got, like, really excited about our podcast and she started telling me spooky stories. I was like, "You need to write in so this could be a listener's episode, please."
Oh my God, yeah. I'm still waiting for my fucking coworker to write in. I'm annoyed. I'm gonna confront him.
You need to. Strongly worded email right now.
He's getting it. He's getting one. Brace yourself.
so, so yeah, it was a really good night. And I told you the next day I promoted the hell out of Oddities. I wasn't joking.
Dude, you really did. Proud of you. Appreciate you.
Yeah, it was fun. I really enjoyed that night. It was a really good night actually. So,
I'm so happy to hear that.
and then it ended with, so Michael was very buzzed. I was driving home. I didn't drink. We were almost home and we had to follow a slow police pursuit.
Oh, I remember you telling me about this. Oh my God.
So, I mean, it couldn't get better than that. And like my favorite part about that was the cop yelling at the car, to the right, to the right, your other right.
That poor cop was miserable.
You could just tell he was like, I did
So
not sign up
done.
for this tonight.
Oh my God. I love that so much.
But other than that, it's been a week. I've dissociated with Animal Crossing.
Fantastic.
Life. I'm here with my best friend. How's my bestie?
Your best is good. This week was garbage. Total garbage. I do have one funny story that I completely and totally forgot to share on the bonus. So perfect. The other night, I wake. I can't. I
She can't.
can't.
She can't even
I
tell
can't,
me.
I can't even. I wake up to Corey flailing the fuck around.
Oh God.
And I was like, holy shit, like he's having like
A
I don't know, like
seizure.
an extreme. I thought I went for nightmare, but okay, or a
Okay.
seizure. So I'm like, like I like rub him, like rub his back. I'm like, it's okay, it's just a dream. And he's like, he's like,
You're killing me right now. I'm on the edge of my seat.
he was like, the whole thing was so ludicrous. He's like, I'm awake, but
Take a breath. You're killing me.
I'm sorry. He's like, I'm awake, but
She's
both.
crying. She's crying, guys. Oh my God.
He's like, I'm awake, but both of my arms are asleep. And I fell asleep on my stomach and I can't get. And he was freaking. So I woke up to Corey. In case that didn't come through, both of Corey's arms fell asleep, and he fell asleep on his stomach, and he was like trying to like fling himself over, and he's like, and of course it's like pitch black in our room, right? And I'm like, okay, like what do you need? And he's like, I'm face up now. Could you just give me? He's like, could you just give me a push to sit me up? Keep in mind, all this is going down at like three something.
I'm crying.
I know, me
It's
too.
painful.
The whole thing was so ludicrous. But Corey, so I woke up. So the flailing was Corey flipping over from his stomach onto his back because he was freaking the fuck out because both of his arms were asleep, and he's like, "Oh my God, I thought I was like a paraplegic for a second." Oh, so anyway, I can't believe I forgot to share that, Jim. I'm crying.
I can't believe you didn't tell me during the week.
As soon as it happened, I wanted to tell you, but I had to save it just to record this reaction from both of us. Oh, oh God, my stomach hurts and my face hurts from laughing.
I'm in pain.
I don't like if you sit back and you think about the whole thing, like it's really not even that funny, but the whole fucking like
But here's
knowing
the
that
thing,
it's
if you know
Corey.
Corey, it's hilarious.
Exactly. Oh
Sorry,
God.
Corey.
It's okay. He doesn't listen
I
anyway.
can't wait to tell Michael. Oh.
God, Michael's gonna love it. So that happened this week, and that was probably, aside from recording with you, of course, and then visiting with my aunt yesterday, that was probably one of the high points of my week because I haven't laughed that hard in so long. Oh, oh, and Corey also, as you know, gave me an early Christmas present because he's
Oh,
worse
it's
about
so
giving
awesome.
presents. He's
Michael
worse
is
about
too.
giving presents than I am. Like, I love giving people's presents. Right. And then, but this came like so wickedly early. And I'm like, you got a package. Because Corey's like, don't open anything that comes addressed to me this week. And I was like, okay. I was like, you got a package. And And then all of a sudden he comes upstairs with it wrapped in Christmas paper.
Oh.
And he's like,
Oh.
he's like, so what if you opened this now? I was like, what if? So I did. And it's a Series 10 Apple Watch. It's the coolest thing. It's so cool. And I can make calls through it and I can text people through it. I'm like James Bond.
She's a spy now, guys.
Jeanette Bond, if you
Okay,
will.
but like literally, you didn't even say the best part.
Oh my God, you're right. You can obviously pick like what the watch face looks like. I found one. Well, first I set it as donut, and I was like, yeah, this is
Obviously.
cool. But then I went through and I was like dicking around with the settings, and there's a Snoopy one. Donut got dethroned. I set it to Snoopy, and now Snoopy does different stuff throughout the day. And when the alarm goes off, it's him barking at you. Like it's like arf, arf, arf all over the screen, and it's so cute. I love it. It's fantastic. And so I sent you a video, of course, right away, and I was like, you gotta look at this shit.
My favorite thing was that video. Like I felt so
Right?
included.
It's like you were here looking at it with me. So, so anyway, even though this week was overall garbage, there
Garbage.
were a couple of really
Highlights.
nice highlights, which we love to see it. My glasses are so spotted from crying, from laughing right now. So, anywho, and I will say this very oddly, because when we're recording this, even though this is the Thanksgiving episode, when we're recording it, it's early November still. I think this year I'm already in the Christmas spirit,
I'm
which is
I'm I am resisting the urge to put up my tree right now.
my shit's going out like soon because like I
And
think it's because I was so not in the Halloween spirit that I'm so strongly on the
the
Christmas side
Christmas
this year.
spirit. Yeah.
You know?
I am a strong believer of you don't put your tree out until the day after Thanksgiving.
Yes.
So, but I think everything else needs to go up.
I think that's what we're gonna do. Like I think we're just gonna get
So,
everything ready.
so, so that's that.
And it's been decided. So
I have this Christmas sign I need to paint. I'm probably going to be doing that here shortly because crafts make everything better.
fun.
Um, yeah, I don't make the rules. I just do me.
I'm pretty sure I know what I want to get you for Christmas too.
I already
I'm
know
like,
what I'm getting you. I have to call Corey first, though.
God damn. What are you guys? You have to call Corey?
Don't worry, it's not me visiting you. Or I shouldn't say don't worry. Don't get
Why?
your
Yeah, I'm like,
hopes
why
up.
would
It's
I
not me
worry?
visiting.
Okay,
But I want to
all
make sure
right.
he's not getting it for you. So,
Fair. Okay, fair. Actually, I think this was my Christmas present. Like, I think we're done. So,
I'm sure he'll get you something else. Small little things.
I mean,
Slippers.
it's totally fine if
Jammies.
it's fine if he doesn't. Like, this is wonderful.
It's the gift
Anyway,
that does keep giving. We need to talk about
I,
this.
I know because I keep looking and Snoopy's doing something different every damn time. He's a little
Snoopy is
hoot.
now your coworker.
Yeah, and Woodstock shows up sometimes too. I'm like, hell yeah, the gang's all here. Anywho, we've been intolerable for 13 minutes.
I'm gonna cut out some of that laughing, just so you know.
I think you should leave all of it in. It's just me wheezing on my
Me
side. It's like
too.
wheeze laughing. Um, Anywho, we've hit our mark. Should we get like
Started.
rolling with it? Should we get started? Chickadee,
Yes.
check it out.
Yes, we shall.
Oh, I would like to also add that the reason I sound like such a dumbass is because, and you know this, is because I drove back from New Jersey this morning. So I was on the road at like 6:30 this morning. So I'm fucking fried. So we're in for a fun episode. We love to see it.
You don't sound like a dumbass.
I do, and I love that for me. All right, that probably contributed to the wheezing, laughing that we had going on about Corey being a worm.
I literally. This is gonna be the
It's
first thing I tell Michael when I get off this recording is how Corey turned into a worm.
it's because it's Corey. I mean, that's what it is. That's what does it.
It's literally the only reason why it's so funny.
It's okay. Anywho, mine is a very Thanksgiving themed situation. What is yours?
Not Thanksgiving themed at all.
Wow. Okay. So do we want to come in hot with Thanksgiving or close with Thanksgiving? Let's close with Thanksgiving.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm talking about spring heeled Jack.
Oh.
which was apparently some kind of demon, phantom, or extra dimensional being,
Same.
and was said to take great delight in acts of mischief, startling people with his frightening appearance and leaping incredible heights, and can blow flames out of his mouth.
Me too.
Do you like
Seems
that?
seems like a little rude.
A little. He was very rude.
Yeah.
He was
Yeah.
causing havoc in London
Oh, me too. Right. Okay.
in the 1800s. Anyways,
Like you do. Here we are. Okay,
yep.
P.S. When I think of London, for some reason, it's only ever like the 1800s. Like I just go straight to like
Same though.
every time.
It doesn't change, and I don't know why.
Like in my mind, people are still over there wearing like those dresses with the big asses
Yep.
and like umbrellas.
And we know they've evolved.
But of course, they're cooler than we are in so many ways. Anywho, carry on.
There have been many theories as to who or what Spring-Heeled Jack actually was. Some state he was one of many humanoid ghosts who stalked the streets
Oh,
of London during the 19th century, or at the very least, myths inspired the legend of the Spring-Heeled Jack. Others theorize that the regular human or a group of humans pulling pranks on others. I'm gonna go with the ghost.
I'm still caught up on he's one of many humanoid ghosts wandering around London. Like, who's the crew?
You know what? He. Oh, I'll get to that in a minute. So,
Okay. Okay.
um, one such suspect in his sightings was the Marquis of Waterford,
Of
who
course.
was infamous for his reckless behavior, brutal jokes, and contempt for women and police officers.
What a
Spring-Heel
gem.
Jack was also quite happy to commit several malicious acts, such as grabbing poor women in the streets, tearing her clothes off, kissing her on the face before fleeing in the night. It was claimed he also leaped into the path of moving carriages to force the coachman to lose control and crash, resulting in serious injury to the victim.
Jesus, so he's not even doing like small shit. He's just being like a real huge asshole.
Yes, he's wreaking havoc. One of the
Wow.
most well known sightings of Spring Heeled Jack occurred on February 19th, 1838. Jane Alsop received a knock on her door from a man in a large cloak who claimed to be a police officer. He told her to bring a light, saying that we have caught Spring-Heeled Jack here in the lane. When she brought him a candle, he threw off his cloak and presented a most hideous and frightful appearance. His eyes were red balls of fire, and then he breathed blue and white flames out of his mouth before attacking her. He tore her gown and his with his claws, such she described as being of some metallic substance. She screamed for help as she attempted to escape, at the point at which he caught up to her and tore her neck and arms with his claws. One of her sisters came to the rescue after he fled the scene.
Wow. That's awful.
9 days after her attack, 18-year-old Lucy Scales and her sister returning home from visiting her brother. On their way, as they passed a green dragon alley, that sounds like something out
Sure.
of Harry Potter,
It
they
does.
noticed a man standing at the angle of the passage. As Lucy walked closer towards him, he breathed a quality of blue flames in her face, which blinded her and caused her to fall. He then attacked her with his fists and went on all fours, and then went on for hours attacking her. Her brother overheard the screams from his house and after they left and came to the rescue, only to find Lucy on the ground in her sister's arms. When they reported it to the police, Lucy and her sister described him the same way Asalop had, but one exception being he carried a small lamp, or a bull's eye, similar to those by the police. According to her, he did not speak as he attacked, but walked away quickly after attacking.
Okay.
The legend of Spring-Heeled Jack continues to this day, but actually as a cryptid. He has not been seen since the end of the Victorian era, though variants of the tale crop up every now and then. I looked up
He
so
sounds like a
many
little,
photos. He sounds like an asshole. And
I mean,
he
he sounds
sounds
like a
like.
huge asshole, but also very cryptidy to me.
I looked up photos of him. He looks like an off-budget version of Batman.
You're right. I'm looking him up.
He
You're
looks
right.
like he looks like the troublemaker version of Batman with no muscle.
Yes. It's so accurate.
You like that?
It's so accurate.
He
Yes.
looks like the Spirit Halloween version of Batman.
The dollar store Batman.
There you go.
Well done.
Your laugh is enough for me to get that assurance that I'm correct.
I love that. I love that. You are
It's
correct.
oh. It's like the Joker dressed as the Batman.
Oh God, you're right. I mean, you're right. Anybody listening should just go ahead and look this complete and total jackass up
And then let me know in the comments that I was right.
because she is. I mean, she is right.
One thing to be noted about Spring Heel Jack that was not said in the many articles that I was reading, but this was brought to me by Cousin Nathan and said to me by Cousin Nathan. He had some sort of like springs on his heels that made him be able to jump incredible heights, and that was also a reason why he was causing terror in the streets of London.
Oh, so it's healed like Heeled. I thought it meant
Yes.
like healed, like as in I was sick and I've been healed. And I'm like, where does that name come from? Okay, got it.
Better context. So, yeah, he is an evil little shit.
Shit. Yeah, he's a little shit.
There's nothing else I could say about that other than he's an evil little shit who can jump really high, and he's terrible. He's awful. He's just terrible. Just terrible.
I mean, London,
But I had fun researching this.
yeah.
And also, like, London, are you okay?
Yeah, London, are you all right?
And
Like,
then we don't get to see that often. Wait a
no,
minute.
it's always
It's
Japan.
Japan.
Like, London, are you guys cool? Oh my God, that was a good one. Well, thanks to you and thanks to cousin Nathan.
Yes, thank you, Cousin Nathan. I always enjoy our little subjects that you bring to us. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
That's a good one. That's a good find.
And goodbye, spring-heeled Jack.
See you later, dickhead. So, I love your description of him. That's so accurate. The Spirit Halloween really got me. That one really got me. I, well, as I've mentioned, it's a very Thanksgiving topic from yours truly. And this is coming from listener James. Thank you, listener James.
Thank you, listener James.
We appreciate it. I'm talking about the presidential turkey pardon.
Gobble gobble.
Gibbity gobble. So every year, I mean, as we know in the US, but those of you abroad may not know, the US has an official presidential turkey pardon ceremony, saving a live turkey from a Thanksgiving table. As if we weren't already a big enough joke as a nation, we like to add to the lore. So why why does the commander in chief do this? Where do the traditions start? What happens to the turkey afterwards? These are all truly valid questions. So we're going to take you there. Um,
I have to say, this is only
yeah.
making things worse for me because for some reason I ended up on turkey burping talk.
What the fuck?
It's this woman on TikTok who burps her turkey.
Does it have like a really like a gas problem?
Yeah, you have to burp them, I guess.
I
You have to
didn't
like
know
squeeze
that.
their stummy, their stummies, their
They're
tummies,
stummies. They're little stummies.
and the sounds they make are not. They're terrifying. That just like
I
that.
bet. Turkeys are fucking freaky.
So
Anyway,
that's all I'm thinking about right now is that like, does the presidential turkey have its own burper?
maybe. So the birds. So we have the National Thanksgiving Turkey presentation, sparing the turkey from the table. The birds are then sent to a farm to live out their lives in supposed peace, but it's a little more complicated than that. But anyway, who was the first president to pardon a turkey, you might ask? So it's a little bit more complicated than you might think. So the presidential turkey pardon tradition might have actually stemmed from a good old Abe Lincoln,
Oh my
who
God.
made who made Thanksgiving an official U.S. holiday in 1863. I didn't realize this. I guess
I
it
had
was
no
like an
idea
unofficial
Lincoln was
thing.
the responsible for that. Okay.
Um, According to 19th century White House reporter Noah Brooks, Lincoln's son Tad got upset when he found out someone was going to kill the live turkey that had been brought for the presidential family's Christmas dinner in 1863, and eventually Tad's plea was admitted and the turkey's life spared. Of course, that was the Christmas poultry, not
Uh-huh.
Thanksgiving. So a decade later, Rhode Island poultry dealer Horace Vose starts sending Thanksgiving and Christmas turkeys to the first family. He's like, count on me, bitches. I'm about to be your turkey fucking dealer. All right. So Vose was the White House's unofficial turkey provider for more than 40 years after the first turkey that he sent to President Ulysses S. Grant. But by 1914, Americans from around the country were sending live turkeys to the first family for the holidays. They're
Please accept
like,
this gift.
God save the president. Here's a turkey,
Yeah.
like you do. So people actually often incorrectly date the first official pardoning ceremony back to 1947 with Harry Truman. The myth probably stems from the fact that the National Turkey Federation, which is a thing that exists, anyway, it runs the modern presidential turkey pardon ceremonies. But anyway, they sent a president a turkey for the first time that year. But the thing is Truman didn't spare that bird's life. According to NPR, he actually like ate it. So Truman was like, thanks, yum. So the first president to actually throw a ceremony rescuing a bird from being doomed to the Thanksgiving table is JFK in 1963.
Ah!
Go
I love
figure.
him.
Kills off Marilyn Monroe but spares the turkey.
Yep.
Anywho, and this is according to the White House Historical Association, that year, the turkey had a heart-wrenching sign around its neck that said, Good eating, Mr. President.
Oh.
And reportedly, JFK said, Well, we'll just let this one grow. And he sent the bird back to the farm. And the Los Angeles Times ran an article about the event calling it a presidential pardon. And so the presidential turkey pardon tradition truly
Grew.
begins. So, I mean, you did have Abe with Christmas turkey back in 1863, and then literally 100 years later, JFK is like, nah, not today.
And what did Abe and JFK have in common?
I do love a good conspiracy. Maybe it's the,
Listen, they both saved turkeys, but they couldn't save themselves.
wow. And I don't even have anything to add about that. So, let's talk about let's talk about the turkey pardons throughout history. So, over the years, the presidential turkey pardon starts taking off. Everybody's like, JFK, you're dying right now.
I'm going straight to hell.
I mean, I'm there with you. Okay, so the pardon takes off, and everybody's like, "Holy shit, JFK let that turkey go!" Like, what a mood or whatever. So Ronald Reagan is the first to use the word pardoned about a turkey in 1987, but it was all in context. After talking about Charlie, the turkey that Reagan sent to a pet farm, a reporter probed the president about pardoning Oliver North and John Poindexter over the Iran-Contra affair. And he said, quote, if they'd given me a different answer on Charlie and his future, I would have pardoned him. That's what Reagan joked. So the pardoned turkeys are definitely feeling pretty grateful. Um, then it wasn't until George H.W. Bush's first Thanksgiving as president in 1989 that the pardon became, quote, official. And then animal rights activists showed up to protest the turkey presentation. Bush assured them that the turkey wasn't going to be harmed. Um, he said, quote, reprieve, keep him going, or pardon, it's all the same for the turkey as long as he doesn't end up on the president's holiday table. Let me assure you, and this fine Tom turkey, that he will not end up on anyone's dinner table, not this guy. He's granted a presidential pardon as of right now. So from then on, presidents have been pardoning birds approaching every Thanksgiving. Each year now, it's the National Turkey Federation, and they choose one or two turkeys for the annual presentation. The turkeys are chosen based on their appearance and temperament.
Yeah.
They need to be able to tolerate large crowds and loud noises and everything from the ceremony. And as the event gets closer, the turkeys become social media famous with names like Tater and Tot in 2016 or Mac and Cheese in 2014. And no, the presidents don't take it too seriously. And during the 2014 ceremony, President Barack Obama said he was sparing the turkeys from a, quote, terrible and delicious fate, and later admitted it's, quote, a little puzzling that I do this every year. Puzzling, perhaps.
At least he thought about it.
At least he thought about it. So, what happens to turkeys that are pardoned? So, one set of turkeys, the bread and butter, the ones pardoned actually by Donald Trump in 2019, they created some buzz when it was reported that they stayed in a $422 hotel room the night before their pardoning.
Oh my god.
But anyway, what happens after they are pardoned? The turkeys are sent to farms to basically live out the rest of their days in peace. First Lady Patricia Nixon sent a bird to a children's farm in 1973. One given to Rosalind Carter in 1978 went to a mini zoo at Evans Farm Inn. Nancy Reagan accepted the turkey on her husband's behalf each year and chose a nearby farm or zoo. George Washington's estate, Mount Vernon, was a post-pardon haven for turkeys in the Obama era, but that stopped when they were deemed not, quote, historically accurate to have on the property because I guess it wasn't so much a thing during Washington's time.
Yeah.
Anywho, since 2016 now, they've been sent to a place called Gobbler's Rest, which is an area of Virginia Tech's College of Agriculture and Life Sciences, and they are cared for by veterinarians and veterinary students.
Wow.
I actually love that.
Yeah.
Each year, the college hosts an open house for the public to meet the turkeys. In 2020, the two turkeys pardoned by Trump again, Corn and Cobb, were sent to live out the rest of their days at Iowa State University instead. Despite the plush care and plush accommodations at Gobbler's Rest, some turkeys don't stay there. This is because turkeys rarely live past a few months after receiving their pardons. Turkeys who are bred for Thanksgiving dinner have sadly much shorter life expectancy than wild turkeys because we prefer a large bird with a lot of meat. And that means the farmers must feed their turkeys a high protein diet to increase their weight, and their organs are not equipped to deal with the extra weight. So turkeys who are bred to be eaten usually only live for months rather than years. So while their life expectancies have improved to a degree in recent years, and 2016's Tater actually expected all or exceeded all expectations and lived for 2 years. The
Right on,
pardoned turkeys,
Tater.
yeah, I know, they usually don't see another Thanksgiving. And so the veterinarians at Virginia Tech explain this is to be expected in domestic turkeys, so they care for them as long as they can, and then they move on to the turkey afterlife. And that is the presidential turkey pardon. Let me add that to the list of things I never thought I'd be researching and covering on a podcast, and yet here we are. So thank you,
Well
James.
done, though.
Thank you. This was
That
a
was
really good
fun.
time. It was a good
This
time
was
to
fun.
research. This was fun. Was it ridiculous? For sure. Was it timely? Yes. So thank you, listener James. Appreciate it.
Great job, James. Great job, bestie.
Thank you,
Fantastic.
Bestie. What an episode.
I'm gonna be laughing for the rest of the day.
Your face is gonna hurt so bad.
Yep.
I love it for you. Um, I have literally nothing to add. This episode was killer. Thank you for bearing with the absurdity that was the two of us during this
Thanks for
entire
joining.
episode. And until next time,
Stay strange.
and happy Thanksgiving!